Greetings children, welcome to the online classes. This is Aishwarya. Please like and subscribe the channel for the further updated videos. The following video is for class 4, subject General Science, chapter 10, Sources of Water, part 4. Now part 1, 2 and 3 of this lesson, we learned what is surface water, what are the man-made sources of water. We even wrote down the definitions of rivers, ponds, lakes, streams and wetlands. And we understood what is a canal and what is a reservoir. Then we learned about different man-made sources and what is groundwater and what is water table. Water table is nothing but the level of water below the surface of the ground is called water table. Continuing with the lesson from page number 88, now we are going to learn about water scarcity. Fresh water is a renewable resource. Now, I'm reading out from page number 88. I hope you have your textbooks with you and please follow them. Fresh water is a renewable resource. Through the water cycle, we know that the water moves in a cycle. Isn't it? As we learned about the water cycle. What is water cycle? It is a process where the water from the water bodies evaporate and condenses to form clouds and then precipitates down in the form of rain and comes back to the different water bodies. The different processes involved in the water cycle are evaporation, condensation, precipitation and accumulation. These are the processes that are involved in the water cycle. That's what we learned about water cycle, right? The water vapor and evaporates and falls on the surface, replenishing the surface and the groundwater. The groundwater and the surface water is replenished only by rain. Rain is the main source of water for the earth. Okay, even it be it surface water or the groundwater, it is completely dependent on the rainfall or the precipitation of the water from the clouds. Okay, but the world supply of groundwater is slowly decreasing. Now the why it is decreasing? It is because we are polluting the water. Not only the water, we are polluting the ground also. So because of pollution, the quality of the water is reducing and the evaporation is not properly happening. The water cycle is not running properly. Because of all such kind of reasons, the supply of groundwater is slowly decreasing. As our population has increased, the use of water increased too. Okay, 10 years back, the number of people living in India were much lesser than number of people living today. So as our population means number of people, as the population has increased, the use of water increased too. The only way to replenish is through rainfall. When it rains, the surface and the groundwater gets back their lost water. In time of less rainfall, the water becomes scarce. Okay, that leads to the concept of water scarcity. What is water scarcity? Water scarcity applies to a situation where there is not enough water for our use. We are not having the proper water for our use, as I already mentioned you different reasons, right? Mainly because of the population exploitation. That means heavily increase of population. Number of people are every day, every second number of people are increasing in this world, which is leading to water scarcity. There are many cities and villages where people have very less rain. They are very dependent on the different sources of water, but the sources are getting dried up and they're not getting proper water. Our water table is going down and down and deeper, and we are not able to replenish that water, mainly because of this industrialization or urbanization. We concrete or put tar on the roads where the water is not able to go inside the ground, right? So it becomes difficult to for the water table to be maintained. Moreover, the water that gets polluted becomes unusable. This makes the water more scarce. So, we should not waste water. Do not waste water. Every drop of water is very, very important to everybody. It is not only your water. Just because it comes to your house, it is not your water. It is our water, the water that belongs to everybody living on this earth, isn't it? So, in page number 89, there is one small activity. Write 5 ways by which you can stop wasting the water. Any 5 ways which you can use to stop wasting the water, you can write it here in page number 89. So that leads to our one last concept of this chapter, that is rainwater harvesting. What is rainwater harvesting? In simple words, if I have to say, it is the process of collecting and storing rainwater. Rainwater is collected, as you already know, the rainwater falls down and it just goes to waste. Instead of that, we can store this water and use it when we need it, and that process is called rainwater harvesting. Harvesting. Reading out from page number 89, when rain falls, it does not always gets seeped into the ground. The water runs down the drains and soil and is wasted. This rainwater, if we collect and store, can become the source of water. This process of collecting and storing rainwater is called rainwater harvesting. Here you can see one picture of the house where on the rooftop all the rainfall, the water droplets that is collected, it's collected into a single pipe, and from that pipe which leads to the water tank. In that water tank you can store the water. That is what this is. That is what this means. We can harvest rainwater in many ways. We can build huge reservoirs or tanks to collect the water, or we can build a system to collect the water on the rooftops. So that process of collecting and storing the rainwater which can be used later is called rainwater harvesting. It is not directly stored, it is filtered before it is stored, because all the dirty things will be left out and it only clean water can be stored the water underground. Okay, so that's about rainwater harvesting. So I hope you understood this lesson. So stay at home, stay safe, take care of yourself, and keep learning, children. Please do the exercises in your textbooks as well as your workbooks.